It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. It's the Blues and the Niners on Sunday night.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here's Tua. The open man is Westbrook, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. Oh, some strong running. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's still on his feet. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Niners have struck first in this NFC title game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. taken in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Yates. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. The force him to try to throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And taken right at the 35. Powerful running. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Booth. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the line game back to the ground. And he's able to get it down at a 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Booth to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
Got an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Portland first down.
Portland football here ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They run again with Wilkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Blues.
They run with Wilkins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
First down, Portland.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a corner route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Tua to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 2nd down, Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Blues have cut it back within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Westbrook now on the return.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Off play action. Booth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rainey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense is looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Patterson's kick is good.
And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20 to 10.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Booth. Complete. Richardson has it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Booth. And he floated one out there incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Yates. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Tua now on first down. And this is incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And this is third down.
Tua, a final shot before half. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This is Wilkins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Blues get a bit closer. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Working down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Looking to throw. Booth. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So 3 points response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, it's Wilkins.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
9 yards. First down, Portland.
They'll run on first down. Wilkins found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wilkins, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. They bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. Rainey. Oh, what a move. gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been an automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. Wilkins, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you want, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. To the sideline and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is fielded at the 27. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
The Niners set to take over on offense.
This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
third down. Rainey, and he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Booth over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Shreds the tackle, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
98 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Operating from the gun, Booth. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On 2nd down now, it's Wilkins, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, what a juke into space. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Booth. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there.
Niners are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
17.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Tua going to throw.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Niners 47.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off.
And shedding a man at the 40. And he's got this down to the 35.
113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
35-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rainey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Taking down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun, Booth. That is caught. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rainey. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Take it at the 37. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 2nd down, Rainey.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.